What to expect when moving to Florida. Hey, I'm Kaitlyn. I am a Tampa native and real estate agent right here in the Tampa area. So what should you know and what should you expect when moving to Florida, especially the Tampa area? First up is wildlife. There are lizards everywhere. Many comments I've gotten from relocators is that they don't expect the amount of lizards that are everywhere outside, no matter where you are in the city, in the country, wherever. Growing up here, I thought that was a totally normal thing and that lizards just were everywhere, no matter where you were in the country. The next thing is gators. Everybody's heard about gators here in Florida. They say to expect a gator in any body of water. That is totally 100% completely true, but that does not mean you should be afraid to go in the water everywhere. With that being said, just be on the lookout for seeing their eyes sticking up out of the water and sometimes their ridges down their backs. If you go to the beach or more touristy places, you're probably a lot less likely to see them just because they don't like people and they don't want to be around people and they generally try to stay away from humans. I mean, when I was growing up, we swam in those lakes all over Citrus County all the time. And I'm sure there were gators in all of that water, but they never really messed with us. They really just stayed to the mossy, swampy areas. Next up is bugs. We have tons of bugs. Mosquitoes that can lift you up and take you right away. No-see-ums, gnats, love bugs. A whole nother video on love bugs. We got horseflies and more. We're a pretty decently buggy place, truthfully. Next up is the weather. Our weather is hot and humid most of the time. July to September are really our hottest months, like they're sweltering, but it does stay in the 80s to 90s and pretty much the whole entirety of the year. We do sometimes get spurts of cooler weather, mostly from November-ish to January, where it will dip into the 60s for a couple of days, sometimes even lower. I mean, it's always a nice change, but we can't expect it and it doesn't last long. Check out this video I did about the weather as well. Next up is a different growing season if you're a gardener or, grow any kinds of plants or anything. Here in Tampa, we are in zone 9, I think B. So the growing season absolutely is not through the summer for most of the same things that you would grow through the summer in other parts of the country. Our growing season actually is more like spring or late winter to spring and then into the fall. Most of the other items truthfully would get killed or burned in the summer, growing like through the heat of the summer. Next up, though I'm not sure if it's just a Florida thing or not, but if you have oak trees, expect to not be able to grow any type of grass under it. I believe it has to do with the amount of shade it provides and how much nutrients it really takes from the soil around it. If you see green under an oak tree, especially those big towering oak trees, most likely it's creeping jasmine or some other vine and weed kind of like that. For more great information to have when moving here to Florida, more specifically the Tampa area, check out this video on local resources. And subscribe to my channel for even more information about Tampa events and neighborhoods in the area.